Glad to have you with us here on Seahawks Today. Tyler Jones here as we are talking about the possibility of signing Tony Jefferson. He played for Mike Macdonald in Baltimore. Could the two reunite in Seattle after Jefferson unretired from the National Football League? Also, speaking of Mike Macdonald, he had some comments heaping some praise about Riq Woolen. We'll show you what he had to say, react to it coming up in just a bit. And Seahawks rookie Tyrice Knight has impressed one former Seahawk. We'll tell you what he's done so far in OTAs. We got a fantastic update to get to here in just a bit. I am Tyler Jones, your fearless leader here with you. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. And folks, I am turning the very old age, 28 years old today. And so I need a little advice. I don't need you to give me your birthday wishes and all that, whatever. I just need to know, what should I expect about going into my 28th year of living? What do I need to know that's ahead of me? Give me a little bit of advice, folks, as I embark on this new year, a new chapter, continuing this journey. Let me know in the comments section what advice you have for me as I begin my 28th year, and we'll get started with today's show. Safety Tony Jefferson has announced his return to the National Football League after a brief retirement. If you recall, his most notable years were with the Baltimore Ravens and with the Arizona Cardinals. And he made this announcement yesterday, tweeting, "We are so back, dialed in." There was a video that was attached to it as well. Jordan Schultz of Bleacher Report, NFL Insider, gave some more context to this news, saying, source, former Ravens star safety Tony Jefferson is coming out of retirement, plans to play this upcoming season. Jefferson has stayed in shape and has been training and wants to play again. He intends to start talking to teams in the near future after spending last season with Baltimore as a scouting intern. And then Tony Jefferson himself, on what's in store for him, this is what he had to say. Had a year off, and it has my body feeling amazing. All the while, I kept myself heavily attached in the game by scouting with the Ravens. During the season last year, I couldn't sleep sometimes because I wanted to come back so bad. Now I'm here ready to rock and roll. Now, from the Seahawks' vantage point, if the Seahawks are interested in reuniting Mike Macdonald and Tony Jefferson in Seattle, I don't think this is a bad idea if Jefferson truly is in playing shape. He could be a good, cheap fit for Seattle. He's not going to be more than the vet minimum. Be a backup role and give the Seahawks some depth that they need in that safety room, and would be a good fit for what the Seahawks want to do right now. He already knows that Mike Macdonald's system in place. So to me, it makes sense for Seattle if they want to go this route. Adam Patrick of Yardbarker suggested this idea as well. He said the following: luckily for the veteran defender, Seattle safety group could use another member with some meaningful experience in the league, as 6 of the team's 7 current safeties are 26 years old or younger. If the Seahawks were to sign Jefferson, he could help with the development of some of the team's young defensive backs and also quickly step in as a starter if needed at some point in the 2024 season. So there you have it on Tony Jefferson there. Let's go over his resume, if you will. Undrafted in 2013 out of the University of Oklahoma. He was a very good player at OU. I liked what he did there with the Sooners. I was surprised he went undrafted. Played for a few different teams, and Seahawks fans probably remember most facing him when he was with Arizona. And a lot of experience over the years. 99 career games played in 10 seasons. His career stats, not bad. 9.5 sacks, nearly 500 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 8 forced fumbles. The way I look at it, I just don't hate this idea. This is something that would not finagle the Seahawks budget too much. It would be for one of those last roster spots on the potential 53-man roster here, and it's another depth piece for the safety room, because if you look at this group here, with Jenkins and Love there, you don't have a ton, right? We'll see what Wallace does. Kobe Bryant, we'll see if he can stay healthy, but the jury, for the most part, it's kind of still out on this group at this point in time. Should the Seahawks sign Tony Jefferson? What do you guys think? S for sign, P for pass. Weigh in the comments section on our pinned comment today and let us know what you think. The best birthday present you can give me is subscribing to Seattle Seahawks Today, as we bring you daily news and rumors, live shows not just once but twice a week now on Wednesdays and Fridays, where we're bringing you our Madden Sims now for the rest of the offseason with all 17 Seahawk games. And anytime there's breaking news, if the Seahawks make a move of sorts, we're going to react to it. We're going to talk about it each and every day here on Seahawks Today. Subscribe now for free. Be a friend. Tell a friend. And make sure that they're a part of what we're doing here on the channel, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. Riq Woolen had a disappointing season in 2023, but after a sophomore slump, is he due for a bounce back in 2024? Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald, within the last few days, was singing his praises about his efforts at OTAs over the last several days. Here's more from Macdonald. I think Tyrice in a great spot. We had a great conversation today. I'm expecting big things from him. Just like everyone else on the defense and on the rest of the team, we're going to be pushing him because there's greatness in there. I'm expecting a big comeback from Riq as well. After a disappointing year last year, the thing for me particularly that I'm looking for that will kind of be the measuring mark, the measuring stick for how good of a year Riq Woolen has, is the tackling going to improve? That's the thing that we need to see Riq take a huge step in the right direction in, because that first season he didn't struggle tackling. Then last year he was one of the worst tackling corners in the entire league. He had a missed tackle rate of 20%, according to Pro Football Focus, which was just awful. It was one of the worst missed tackle numbers of any player in the NFL. That's not acceptable. If he does that again, folks, with how deep this corner room is, with the likes of Trey Brown and Mike Jackson and Devin Witherspoon and the Auburn Cats coming in and all that, he's going to get benched if he doesn't improve. He has to do a better job tackling and can't give a performance like he did last year. In 2022, his rookie year, he was spectacular. Pro Bowler, co-interceptions leader. He was a turnover machine there in 2022 for the former fifth-round pick out of UTSA. But the devil's in the details, right? Compare these two seasons. You can see his numbers were worse in every category from 2022 to 2023. So the work is to be done for Riq Woolen, but he's got the confidence of his head coach, Mike Macdonald, to turn things around here heading into 2024. Do you believe that Riq's going to have that bounce back year? What do you guys think? Type B for believe, D for don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Type B in the comments section if you believe in Riq Woolen, and we'll continue here on Seahawks Today. Got a great deal that we're offering here for you on the channel. Byron Murphy jerseys are on sale now at chatsports.com/Murphy. The eyes of Texas certainly going to be upon Byron Murphy in 2024, the Seahawks first-round pick. And we have his jerseys on sale. You can add the number 9 to the 1. That'll be the jersey you get, 91 for Byron Murphy. Got the home jerseys, got the road jerseys, got men's and women's options available. Go see for yourself, all sorts of different shapes and sizes. Might stumble upon some free shipping as well. They got some promo codes to be on the lookout for that. Chatsports.com/Murphy. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Father's Day just around the corner. Should be a good present for Dad as well. Chatsports.com/Murphy to get yours today. The knight in shining armor for the Seahawks defense, that could be the case for Seahawks rookie Tyrice Knight, as he's impressed so far in OTAs to this point and caught the attention of a former Seahawks linebacker in Lofa Tatupu. Here's what he had to say on Seattle Sports Radio in regards to Tyrice Knight. He made plays in coverage, tackles for loss, everything you want. He's a really well-rounded linebacker, so I'm excited about it because he's already been through the fire. That's really what part of the draft and evaluating kids is. What kind of adversity have they been through? He's been through the fire. We didn't start the fire, but he certainly put it out. Tyrice Knight did at UTEP. And for me, the thing I'm looking for, I mentioned with Riq Woolen, it's the tackling thing, right? For Tyrice Knight, for me, it's going to be the coverage. That's where the development, I think, is going to be the key for him. I think he's going to play a significant role in this defense because there's not a ton of depth at the inside linebacker position. Beyond Dodson and Baker, Who are you going to turn to? John Radigan? I mean, they're going to need Knight to step in right away and fill the void left by Devin Bush. It was just awful last year. He's got a chance right away to show off that athleticism that's everybody's been talking about and be an instant impact player. And what we saw out of UTEP, this was a sneaky good find for the Seahawks. Led the FBS in solo tackles with 84 last year. Led Conference USA in total tackles as well as a first-team All-Conference USA selection last season. And you look at the numbers of what we're talking about here. Here's what we mean, folks. 140 tackles, 15.5 sacks. Also shows the ability to get after the quarterback as well with 4.5 sacks in 2023. But that coverage development, that is the key. When you scout Knight of the weakness, if you will, that's the one area that he's going to have to work on. And we know that's been a big emphasis for Mike Macdonald and this coaching staff is that you're not going to get away with being a linebacker but not covering well. That's why Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks aren't here anymore. You look at the numbers, Knight allowed a QB rating of over 100 last year. The completion percentage, not great last season as well. So Knight's going to have to work on that, but I think that this is a project that's worth taking on. The Seahawks found a diamond in the rut, if you will, in the 4th round. They may have reached on Knight. In fact, they probably did reach on Knight because they probably could have him in the 5th round. But from what we've seen in OTAs to this point, in the workouts, in the measurables, Knight's been impressing at this point. It seems like he's on the right track going forward. Do you like the addition of Tyrice Knight? What do you think about the new blood at linebacker in Seattle? Weigh in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Y for yes, N for no. Thanks for joining us here in this edition of Seahawks Today. Continuing coverage on social media as well. On X at Tyler Jones Live. You can find me there. And I will see you next time right here on Seahawks Today. Thanks for joining us.